fast. Drop and then reconnect. Nice. Yeah, we crossed the 5-hour mark. We can't have that. Oh no. Is it actually reconnected though? Is it though? Maybe yes, maybe no. I think it's good. Alright, cool. Kozama'uka, a reed-woven statue of the Hanu deity Gijai, is ensconced here in this place of worship. The shrine is believed to stand on sacred ground, a holy dry land, blessed by the sun's rays in the otherwise swampy terrain. It's because it's raised on a higher elevation. I think that's why. Alright, let's just make sure. 1025 southwest, yeah. Ooh! Another! Lanuhali, Sali, don't mind me, I'm not jumping out your window. Whee! Oh. Oh, ye big. Pamayawa. Hey there. Let's fight. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm doing no damage. Alright, where's everybody else? Why is this thing scaled like this? Hello? Bye-bye. Nice. 32 by color. Oh boy. That's gonna fill up so fast. Alright, never mind. I'm only 34. Bop. Oh, I love to see check marks. I'm sure at least one of those is a continuing quest, though. Oh, what am I doing over here? Oh, right, I'm getting bark. But before I can get bark, I must destroy things. Mark required. Inahanshi. You get your bark? Why do I get the feeling a story is coming? Well done, you two. You brought exactly what I asked, but I suppose you're still curious as to why the bark had to be from those specific trees. The answer lies within the legend of Kijai'i. You see, our ancestors hailed from a different land, and were guided here by the great bird. But upon their arrival, they found perilous woodland, overrun by hungry fiends. Many Hanu were lost to the gluttonous appetite of the wilds, and they had nearly succumbed to despair. But then Kijai'i let out a mighty screech. It echoed through the land, setting the trees aglow. Taking this as a divine guidance, our beleaguered ancestors took bark from the trunks and burnt it. The smoke wafted through the air, and the beasts found it so repugnant they were forced to flee, one and all. Since that day, warriors would burn incense before battle in the hopes it would ward them from harm. Thus we blessed the Landsguard's feathers in the same way, that they too might bask in Kijai'i's protection. Now, take the bark to Kozama'uka, and on the way, I would be glad if you offered your sincerest prayers to the great bird. I'm sorry you're well acquainted with the paths. Oh, I'm sure you're well acquainted with the paths by now, but just in case, Kozama'uka can be reached by traveling northeast. Go there and offer your prayers to Kijai'i. Okay. Stream elements finally caught up too. Goofy stuff, goofy stuff, goofy stuff, goofy stuff, goofy stuff, goofy stuff. Nahanshi. We're finally here. Mind giving me your bark? I'll deliver it to the Hanu priestess. Kozama'uka bark. Taken from trees found near the riverbanks of Kozama'uka. This bark has an almost indescribable scent. Thank you, Naya. Once I'm finished, let's offer our prayers. Wouldn't want to disappoint our hosts, after all. The Hanu take their traditions seriously, don't they? I knew they wished for good harvests and such, but never imagined we Landsguard were in their thoughts all this time. This has been an eye-opening experience, to be sure, but I can't help but wonder why we're so important to them. Why allow us to use their revered god in the designs of our equipment? Aren't you a Landsguard yourself? And you ask such questions? Zulihali. You're Naya, aren't you? I am Zulihali. I know we have you to thank for Ihana's success, but even so, I must ask that you stand aside. Okay, why's that? You are Nahanshi, of whom I've heard much. I'm surprised you have the gall to step foot into such a sacred place. While the elders may sing the praises of the Landsguard, their minds have been warped by too many moltings. The new generation is sick of their ceaseless chirping. Huh? You have to say your lines. Remember how we practiced. Oh, okay, I get it. This is part of the hazing ritual. Oh, yes, I understand. We heard you complain when you took the feathers. We saw the disdain in your eyes. Someone with such disrespect for our history doesn't deserve to bask in Kijai'i's grace. What? But I... Is this part of the rite of passage? He's not so bad anymore. This is, I mean, they literally said, remember your lines. It's clearly part of the rite of passage. He's not so bad anymore. That may be so, Naya, but he's had enough chances. We refuse to suffer this Landsguard to be in Okanu. Listen well and remember. The sacred likeness of Kijai'i was once reduced to shredded reeds. By whom, you ask? Why, none other than Galul Jaja, Dawn's servant and founder of the Landsguard. What? No. The Dawn servant would never. The misdeed will never be forgiven. If you have any pride in your position, you should be ashamed at your ignorance and lack of respect. How will you answer for that? Yes, you must answer, and answer well, or we will be very angry with you. I had no idea about the history of conflict. Why didn't Lanuhanu say anything? And why am I taking the blame for the past? In any case, we can't stay here. I have to think about this. Alright, where are we going next? Oh, we didn't move very far, my friend. Nahanchi? What's next? Nahanchi's answer. Nahanchi is visibly shaken. Yeah, they put on a decent performance. I don't see why Zulihali would lie. But how have I never heard of the Dawn Servant's affront to the Hanuhanu? And why would Lanuhanu act so proud to have his feathers adorning our equipment? I'm no good with numbers, but even I can tell something doesn't add up here. Alright, we'll have found the truth we'll have to find the truth ourselves. We should learn more about their history. And I thought something was off too. No, we should learn more. We're going to play into it. We should learn more about our history. Let's fact check. You might be right. It was my ignorance that seemed to set her off after all. Whatever happens, I'd like to leave here on the Hanu's good side. Well, our best bet is probably to return to Okanu. If anyone can tell us the truth of what happened with the Dawn Servant, it would be Lanuhanu. Alright, back we go! Linuhali. I don't remember what I did for you, but I would like to tell you I've done it. Ah, the mighty hunter returns. Have the uoats been reduced to shredded vines? Ah, yeah, I did. I did kill several of those. I knew you would be equal to the task. I will spread word that the docks are open for safe passage. The great storm affected all life in the forest, washing away what was and leaving behind only uncertainty. There are many seldom traveled roads where desperate fiends still lurk. With the collapse of the Great Stairs, we've taken to using the waterways and other uncommon routes to get from place to place until the repairs are complete. That day cannot come too soon. Until then, however, we must make do. Thank you for your bravery. Yeah, thanks. Anything else? If only we wingless could fly. We would not need our flight to reach the communities upriver. As we are, we rely on trading routes. Okay, yeah, we've read that already. Good. Industrious Carpenter. Oh, you've been hanging for a while, buddy. Have you finished? Yes? Thank you. Our homes will be all the safer for your efforts. Yeah, I moved the reeds for you. I suppose you're wondering why I had you carry the reeds all the way across the forest? Well, Kozama'uka means land of the arid shrine in our tongue. Legends say that so soothing is the breeze near the shrine that Kishai'i once rested its tired wings nearby. Once the reeds are dried and our roofs patched, our homes will be better fortified against the elements. And for that peace of mind, any price is worth paying. So here is your just reward. Cool, thanks. Oh, certain areas of this are a pain to get back into when you don't have flying yet. Hello, Nuhali, I delivered your dumplings. Thank you for delivering the dumplings. I hope they give my friends the energy to complete the daunting task ahead of them. Reed dumplings are considered a delicacy among the Hanu, and for good reason. I would like nothing more than to make a batch for our other wingless brethren who aid with the rebuilding, but I realize that not all people love the flavor as much as we do. But that doesn't mean I can't send a different gift to show my appreciation. I intend to send a nice haul of fish their way. You don't seem the type to munch on reeds either, so I've prepared something else for your reward. Called hard coin. I do enjoy coin. Thank you, ma'am. Ohokai. Ohokali. Would you like a reed dumpling? Since the strength returned to the reed beds, every Hanu from moms around has developed an appetite for them. The next delicious batch will be ready soon. I see. No! Let me down! No! Whee! Okay, that works. Or does it? Yes? Yes. Hanu. Welcome back. Was the Nuhali impressed with your offering? She was. Here's some blessed fruit. The smell emanating from this sack indicates that Kijai'i's blessings is powerful indeed. This fruit stinks. Yes, I can feel Kijai'i's grace emanating from these. Thus the ceremony is complete. The younger Hanu clamored to participate in this rite, you know. It's said that the fruit offered to Kijai'i becomes imbued with its divine spirit, and all who carry them shall be blessed with great luck. Surely you will be too. Although you traveled far, I hope you feel enriched by the experience. Go with our gratitude, and may the wings of Kijai'i sweep ill fortune from your path. Why, thank you. Hanu. Thank you for your efforts to bring the reeds back to life. If not for you and yours, we Hanu would be as limp and lifeless as they once were. Oh no! Okay, I'm not over there. Tuliolal, tuliolal, tuliolal. Alright, those are my leaves. Hahaha. Whoops. Hey, did I clear anything else? No, just MSQ. I don't see him, but the crate's not here either. He might have left to Kozama'uka already. Wouldn't we have seen him on the road if he had, though? The forest is vast, I suppose. Anyways, maybe one of the younger Hanu around here can tell us if Zulihali's scorn is shared. Let's ask around, Naya. Okie dokie. Oh, Nuhali. Oh, no. Is there, any beef with the Dawn shit. Dawn servant. Of course, every Hanu knows the story of the Dawn servant's visit, but it might be more accurate to call it a rescue. For at the time, our home was beset by beasts and fiends. When Gulul Jaja heard this terrible news, he personally came to drive out every last one. What? Was the effigy just a collateral damage in doing that? If the Dawn servant hadn't come, Okanu would now be nothing but a den of wild beasts. This does not match the data I've been presented with. Gonuhanu, do you know anything about the Dawn servant, messing up your god statue? Zulihali said all that. Well, I do remember hearing that when our ancestors beheld the ruined figure, some of them viewed it as a terrible insult, even though they were saved. Could that grudge have been inherited by their children and grandchildren? I can't speak on such matters, but perhaps Lanuhanu can. He is wise in our ways and makes an effort to befriend everyone he can. Anything else? Lanuhanu makes friends with everyone, and would know best if some of the other young Hanu still bear a grudge about the past. Alright, let's see if we can find Lanuhanu, or if we have to touch base with someone else first. Nor! I went the wrong way. Ginuhali. Do you bear grudges for a past event where the Dawn servant wrecked your god statue? The likeness of Kijai? My father actually worked to repair it. He told me that the Dawn servant's slaughter of the beast was swift and brutal, but left many of our shrines and homes damaged in its wake. But what choice did he have? The fiends were at our doors. My father and his friends agreed that it was better to be alive. At least that way they could rebuild. Gulul Jaja showed no restraint, but it was only way to save us. My father and his friends all agree on that. Important context acquired. So, Nahanchi, what did you learn? What's the word, Naya? From what I heard, the Dawn Servant really did destroy that sacred figure. Yeah, but it wasn't an act of hatred. It was collateral from saving the people from beasts. I See, I can't say I'm surprised that some Hanuhanu would bear a grudge. So Zulihali was telling the truth. Something still doesn't sit right with me, though. The Dawn servant wouldn't simply go on a rampage and leave the Hanu to clean things up. He'd have more compassion than that. Nahanshi! Naya! You won't believe what happened! I was surrounded by Zulihali and her cronies while on my way to the shrine. They stole the crate of feathers from out of my claws, saying no Landsguard could have it until Nahanshi gave his answer. I assume you know what they're talking about. They said if you ignore their demand, they'll burn every last feather. What? Have they gone mad? Gods be good. I'm sorry, but can you go and stall them for a while? There's something I must look into first. This is a bit much. I know what you're thinking, Naya. Isn't this going a little too far? I would answer that the results shall speak for themselves. Now we simply wait and see what Nahanshi brings us. Zulihali and the others are waiting to the south of the shrine. Let us go there and stall them, as Nahanshi requested. We'll all be eager to see what answer Nahanshi brings us. Oh boy! I hope this is the last in this chain for now. The fact that it is a chain means that it's definitely part of whatever overarching side quest stuff exists in Dawntrail, and probably is required to unlock some special reward later. So, no regrets. Good story. But I do think it's overkill just how much of a play they're putting on for this detached, uncaring boy. $1,000,000 years travel time. Ooh, wait, can I? It's that one again. And it's not started yet. That means I can get into it. Don't worry, I'll be back. There's a fate, you see. Let's get here. Feathers? Oh, Goofy. He done got paralyzed. Didn't we? Does that not hit 50 now? Oh, it just straight gives you, that's right. Eh? That was scaled for significantly more than 2 people. Alright, here's Zulihali. Where's the other one? Nahanshi should be here soon. We were lucky to have you to spur him into action, Naya. And while our methods may appear rather blunt to you, wait until Nahanshi speaks before you judge us. Wait quietly and hear his answer. Okay. I don't know why you make us wait so long, Nahanshi, but I hope whatever you found was worth it. I spoke with the eldest Hanu in your village. He told me the story of the Dawn Servant's visit and the destruction of the Kijai'i's likeness. The whole story. It seems he, particularly the head of reason, was filled with anguish at the sight and offered his deepest apologies. To make amends, he devised a way to assemble an even more robust figure from the remains of the previous one. His work was done overnight, and the head of Resolve called upon the whole village to celebrate their newfound peace. For the first time in a long while, I'iaha commenced. I'ihana, littler. And the Dawn Servant was chosen to ride the sacred float. After the festivities, the Dawn Servant said that when he finally established a unified nation in Tural, he wanted a motif representing Kijai'i to be among those used in his soldiers' uniforms. He declared that different tribes can forge friendships so long as they open their hearts to one another, that his nation would be one where peoples of all stripes could live in harmony. His soldiers would become a symbol of that promise. So, you can learn for yourself after all, but you should have come here with that knowledge already seared into your memory. I know. I have no excuse for my ignorance and the petulance born from it. This experience has taught me so many things. And now, with full knowledge of this history, I'm filled with a much greater sense of purpose than before. I feel more keenly than ever that my duty as a landsguard is to serve every corner of Tural. But to fulfill that duty, we must have our equipment. I beg of you, entrust the feathers to me in good faith. He'll be a fine soldier. Don't you agree, Lanuhanu? What?